Alright, Micro Machines Military. This is where the sub-badges, the tank, the fighter jet. I think that might be the only two that we have from Micro Machines Military, but we'll do the challenge again. I don't think this was looked as fondly upon as the other games because it was a little bit more luck-based, and I can understand having tried it myself to get some of these icons. But I liked the way that they did it with the theme. And, you know, they changed it all up to military. But this was easy, you know, to get the tank and then the intro screen for the tank was really easy. Because it was the first race. But the problem was that I needed the intro screen for the fighter jet. And yeah, you can shoot each other in this one. And that's what made it annoying. But yeah, I needed the intro screen for the fighter jet because we were going to use the fighter jet icon. And it's the last race in this championship, this challenge. My God, was I frustrated. I'm probably not going to be able to get through this because it's so like luck based, and whether you get shot or hit or something. So I needed to get to the final race, but there's only 10 races in this challenge rather than the original game, the 25 that we've just done. There was only 10 in this one, so I needed to get to the 10th race, and it took me ages. Don't worry, we got time. It took me ages because, and I couldn't do the last race. The last race is planes, and you fly off all over the place, and you've got no control. Luckily, I only needed the intro screen, this bit, so I only needed to get to the start of the last race. But, yeah, this one I might be able to get the super lap on. No, never mind. I did used to be able to get the super lap when I was doing it multiple times over and over again, because... Oh, please. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I didn't realise I was in the lead. Surprisingly, you're the only person streaming Micro Machines. That is surprising. But yeah, a lot of these icons, a lot of these vehicles, we don't have them as badges. So I still extracted them from the games and stuff, but when I had to make a decision and I had to make it a final decision on which ones we'd actually have, and I went for the more standard vehicles rather than the armoured military ones, apart from the tank and the fighter jet, obviously. This was always the worst one. These kind of effects of being shot. Because at least with some of the others, you spun around and you kept going in the same direction. When you get shot with these, look, it makes you turn in a... Oh, it's so frustrating. So you're going along fine, and then it just randomly turns you in a random direction, but it doesn't affect the AI as much. They're alright. See? Shoots me, and I just get shot off the side because I'm going in the wrong direction after the shot. It's like GTA's crash script. And this is why I was getting frustrated, because a lot of the races are like this. And trying to get through a challenge where you've got to finish in the top 2 in every race to continue, and then you lose lives, and you get to like the 8th race or the 9th race, and I needed the 10th race, but then I would lose, and I would be put back to the start, and I'd have to go through it all over again. I didn't realise that I should be saving the state. I wish I'd known that at the time. I wish I'd known that I could save it on the emulator. That would have saved me so much time. Yeah, I could keep shooting. The problem is, when you shoot, it slows you down. So I like to just kind of try to focus on getting out the way and be gone. Like it pushes you back a little bit, like shooting in the old, like from the tanks you used to do in the old GTA games where you could like shoot and go backwards and get speed boosts. I think I remember this track. There's a big old shortcut that really helps. Yes! Love the shortcut. Ow. This is nightmare fuel. Yeah, I loved Micro Machines Military as a kid and playing it like multiplayer. I used to play it with like my friends and my uncle and stuff, and they'd have like Battle Arena game mode as well, where you were just in this arena and you had to knock the other person out of it using the weapons. Like it was enjoyable, but yeah, when you look back and compare it, it was bloody infuriating. You probably didn't notice it as much as a kid. You didn't get as infuriated because you were just happy to be playing. Corner cutting all the students. I remember this one as well. See, I remember a lot of these because I had to do them so many times to get to the last race. Yeah, these lay mines. But there's a big old shortcut on this one as well. Okay, not there isn't. Yeah, I'm really not doing well here. There's the shortcut. There's a fish that pops up here as well. There it is. Tricky to get though. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Track limits are merely suggestions. In some instances, you've got to try it. Because there's some instances where they're not suggestions. Alright, bonus life. What do I use to shoot there? Forgot for a second. Nice! I just want to get to the last race. I'm not going to be able to do the last race. And we're not going to keep doing it like we did for the original. But I want to at least get to the last race. There's only 10 of them. Leave me alone. No. In this one, I think the original game, there were some things that we didn't see in the playthrough. Some of the icons that we have for vehicles, like the hovercraft, is from the original game, but it's not actually in any of the game modes. Like I had to load up a time trial or something to get it and select the hovercraft course. They didn't include it in the challenge. It wasn't included in the league play. Micro Machines Military, I think they were much more simplistic with it. There's only 10 vehicles and they used all 10 of them in all 10 races of the challenge. So you get to see everything. But there's some vehicles in the original and the 96 version where they only use the vehicle and the track in the league game mode, or they only use one in the challenge game mode or something. This one, I remember this one now. Oh, it was an absolute pain in the ass. Oh, I hated it. That bloody slug goes in different directions and can stop you and slow you down. I had to do this multiple times when I was trying to get to the final race. Oh yeah, this is the Jeep icon. So we have 3 from Micro Machines Military. 3 badges. Right at the end. Boffle. Yeah, you have that one, Boffle. That's yours. Yours is the Jeep. Bit more of a sportier version of like the 4x4. I was planning to use this as an icon early on, I think. But then I went for more standard vehicles. Oh, I struggled with this one as well, I remember. Oh, you scum. Oh, this one is a pain in the arse. I like the thing is I still like all the locations and stuff that they use, even in the military one. It's just the shooting makes it a bit more painful to do consistently. Like, we're going around a table and all these little details, all these military aspects that someone set up, you know, a hot glue gun where they've been making a military thing for their game or something. It's just, it's cool. It's cool what the creators did and the little attention to detail. Floppy disk on the ramp. Oh, Blue botched it. Beautiful. Alright, we're actually only 1 away from the final race. Setting of the game is fantastic. I know, right? It's so good. Oh, yeah. See, I can remember all of these because they gave me an afternoon of pain trying to get to the final race. Back in the tanks. There might only be 9 vehicles then. And they had to reuse the tank on Micro Machines Military. This one features chickens. Damn it. Yeah, if anyone's subscribed to Xerxes, get your Xerxes chicken emotes out. And you can get hit by that chicken and it slows you down. Messes you up. Hey, that shot put me right. The chickens aren't actually the worst part. The worst part is getting on that ramp. The matchsticks for the jump. Bollocks! No! Oh. Oh, I'm struggling. I'm gonna lose a life here, I think. Oh, for God's sake, man! green is out for blood. Alright, let's try again. We only need to get this one done and then I'll just lose all my lives on the final one. Oh, they both, yes. Beautiful. I think we're going to be fine. Of course, the bloody chicken. Yes. Alright, and then we've got the final race. So this is where I needed to get the screenshot that you can click on the badges page on the site. When I got to this page, I was so happy. I wish I'd known about saving the state. But the race is impossible. Well, at least I find it like I can't do this. I don't have the knack. Here's our fighter jet. We're not going to make it to the end. Like, even if I save the race, I'm not going to be able to make it to the end. It's impossible. It goes on its own. I'm not controlling the speed of this. So all I can do is slow it down. And it's windy as well, so it throws you off into different directions. And I don't know where to turn. Oh yeah, and they can shoot at you also. Oh. It's horrendous. I hate everything about it. Okay, so I guess the trick is to steer across it like that. It's awful. There's no way. There's no way. You got this, we got time. I'm not even gonna try. Because then there's like the pro mode as well. Like, this is only just the basic level. We're gonna give it one more go, but no, I can't keep doing this like I did with the first game. I can't. I don't have it in myself to do it. It's horrendous. It's horrendous. It's just horrendous. You got no... Ah, you got such little control. I watched a playthrough of someone as I was doing this, and like, he was an absolute pro. He just basically turned the corner and then did that, and then turned the corner, and then like he just made like 3 inputs for the entire race, and it was fine. So, a lot of pain required to get to the fighter jet, but if anyone gets the fighter jet badge, a lot of pain got me to get it. Yeah, I'm never gonna finish that. There's no way. Horrendous. But those are those are all the races in the challenge. There were only 10 races for this one. I think there might only be 10 races for the next one as well. Because they split it up for this game rather than the previous game. You've got regular challenge and then you've got pro challenge. You got the TT challenge and the pro TT. Pro, there's they basically split it up so you do the regular challenge of 10 races and then there's an even harder challenge with new tracks for another 10 races. But they also had the battle arena as well, which was always a bit of fun. At least with multiplayer it was. You had to survive 30 seconds and then knock out the other tanks. And then there was like, again, I think another 10 of these. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Success! If you get to the 30-second mark with survived, oh yeah, the Skidoo, the snowmobile. There wasn't a race with the snowmobile. In the challenge. See, it's weird how they don't like include all of the vehicles. I'll just exit. There's 3 lives. That's fine. Anyway, that's the snowmobile for you. So there's actually 4 vehicles as badges from the military one. So there were 10 vehicles. I thought there were 10. And there are races with the snowmobile, I think, as well. But they might only be in like the pro challenge or something like that. Anyway, we'll move on to the better version of the first game, the Micro Machines 2 96 edition. This was like just an interim, I would say.